So we've got the 34 moves, the full repertoire. I'm going to film this class tonight as well because a couple of clients have asked for it that they can't always do a Thursday night, so I thought I'd put it on YouTube for you. So it's a really tough workout, but it's brilliant. It works your entire body. If there is anything that doesn't feel right for you, just skip the move or adapt it. Just make sure that you're always happy with what you're doing. I'm going to start you, please, seated, with your hands just behind you, fingers facing out to the sides. And we're just going to wake up the hips and get a bit of rotation through our spine. So I just want you to let your knees drop one way and then go through center, let them drop the other way. So your chest will move a little bit as well, but mainly it's the hips and the pelvis rolling from side to side. I'm trying to stay lifted through my breastbone here. So I'm not rounding the back, I'm lifting my t-shirt up. And let's just go for 4 and 3, so I'm getting a bit of a stretch through my chest. And 2, last 1, hold it here, just take the arm behind and twist over the body, so you're getting lots of rotation there. And then come out of it, take that hand behind, and we just change direction. So you twist, and then come back to center, and we twist, still lifting through your breastbone, and let us just go. Round, and we go back to our first side, and this time I'm going to take my hand to the mat. Now here, let me turn so you can see me a bit. So I've got my rotation, but now I'm going to do almost like a cat stretch. So I'm going to start rounding my spine up towards the ceiling, and you probably won't think I'm changing shape much, but I've got a real openness in my shoulders here. And then we're going to reverse it so the breastbone lifts up through the arms. So as we round the spine, we've got our flexion. And then we lift the breastbone up through our t-shirt, and we've got a bit of extension through the spine. And the move is just happening from my middle back there, where I've got my bra strap line. Sorry men, you know where a bra sits. And again, one more time, let us please round the spine up to the ceiling. And then take it back into extension. And then I'm going to change sides, please. So we're just going to twist, take the hand down, take the other hand down. I'm just going to go so I'm on the side view again. And give me that cat shape. And then extend up. And twice more. Round the spine. I'm tucking my tailbone between my legs a little bit here as well. And then I'm drawing my t-shirt up through my arms. One more time, please. Round that back. And then lift the breastbone up. And we're going to come out of it, and I'm going to roll you down onto your mat, and we're going to be going for 100 to start with. So let's just get ourselves comfortable on our mat. Make sure the space is clear around us. There's going to be a lot of movement tonight. I'm going to lift one leg up so my knee is over the hip, and then I float the second leg up. Squeeze your legs together. I'm going to pick up the head, neck and shoulders. My arms hover about a foot above the floor. Now you can work here with bent legs, or you can extend your legs. And we beat our arms, breathing in through our nose for the count of 5, and out through our mouth for the same long count. Now this is called our 100 because it's going to be 100 breaths or 100 arm pumps in total. And I want you to think about stability through the body. So it's big arm pumps here, very vigorous movement, but everything else is staying still. Now if you would like to, you can lower those legs a little bit. Or you could always bend them in a little bit more. Adapt the move to suit you. Squeeze your legs together, please. And we've got 4 more sets here. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. And 2 more sets. Make sure those shoulders aren't dropping down too much. Looking to the wall in front of you rather than up to the ceiling. Last set, please. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Lower your legs, take your arms to the floor behind you. Oh, and just take a full body stretch. I'm now going to flex my feet. So I'm pressing my heels to the wall in front of me. I've got the knuckles of my big toes together. We're going to go for a roll up. So I'm going to lift my arms up to the ceiling. I nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to imagine there's a beach ball in front of me. I lift up and over that imaginary beach ball, and I come to this horseshoe shape. I'm going to press my fingertips forwards for 3 and release a little. And 2 and release. Last one, and you're going to stay low as you roll down to your mat. Now your arms are really reaching here. They're stopping you from falling down. Reach your arms to the floor and then up to the ceiling. Nod the chin, breathing as we go. Scooping the belly, coming to that horseshoe shape. Press 3, press 2, just stretching your entire back line, and then you roll down. And as you roll down, imagine the ceiling is dropped low above you and you're rolling down under it. Just one more please, stretch out long. Arms to the ceiling. Chin nods in and you peel up vertebra by vertebra. And we get this reach and your belly is scooped. And reach again. One more time. Remember that low ceiling. Roll down to your mat, staying under it. So you don't sit up, otherwise you've lost that flexion of the spine. And your arms go up overhead. And then they sweep round and you're going to press them into your mat. Now I need to wiggle forwards a little bit. We're going to go for our rollover. So check the space is clear behind you. Press your arms firmly into the mat. Lift one leg up. Float the other leg up. I'd like you please to press firmly into the hands. Circle your legs away from each other and down. They come back together and you roll over, taking your feet towards the floor behind you. Now flex your feet and just part them so they're shoulder distance apart. Look up to the ceiling. That low ceiling is dropped again. You roll your spine down to the mat, trying to stay under the low ceiling. And when your pelvis comes down, I point the toes, I circle out, down, the legs draw back together, and we go for 2 more. Flex your feet, so push through the heels. Part your legs, are you still using the hands? Roll down, staying low for as long as possible. And point, circle out, down, and we've got one more roll over. Try and peel off of the mat rather than fling ourselves. And we flex. And we part the legs, pushing through our heels even more as you roll down. And we point and we finish with one big circle. And then when you're ready, lower those legs down. We're going to flex your right foot, please. I'm going to lift my left leg up. I'm just going to take my hands behind the leg and pull it in towards my body for a moment. So just stretching out the back of this left leg. Now, press your arms down into the mat. We're going to go for our single leg circle. Circle your leg over the body, down and out and up, and 4 more, please. So drawing a circle on the ceiling with your big toe. We've got 2 and 1. Are you still flexing your right foot? Change direction. We've got 5 and 4. Let the leg come closer to your body. 3 and 2, neck long, final 1, and then flex the left foot, lower that leg down. Okay, so your left foot stays flexed, your right leg picks up, you're going to take your hand behind the leg, pull it in. So remember you can do most of these moves, they become slightly easier if you bend your knee, so adapt the move to suit you if you need to. Press your arms down, and we circle over the body, down and up. And we've got 4. Can you think about your pelvis just moving a little bit, but it's very controlled. It's not rolling all over the show. And we change direction. Big fluid circles. Just 3 more, please. 2 and 1. Let's draw the right knee into the chest and draw the left knee into your chest. When you're ready, I'm going to bring my eyebrows up to my knees and I'm going to rock backwards and forwards up to a seated position. Now we're going to be going for our single leg circle. No, we're not, sorry, I've just done that. We're going to go for rolling like a ball. So what we need to do is make our spine as round as possible and we hold the shape as much as we can. So I'm going to just roll off of my sit bones, the bones you sit on, so I'm on the back of the pelvis, and I hover my feet up. I'm going to part my legs and I'm just dropping my nose in between my knees. Now you're trying to hold this shape. Roll back just to your shoulders, not to the head. And roll back to your balance. Come off of those sit bones the whole time. And we breathe in, roll back. and we breathe out, come to the balance. Can you bring, keep going, your nose and your pubic bone closer together? So you've got this beautiful flexion of the spine. 2 and 1. We come to a balance. My legs go together, then I take both hands on my left shin, I take my right leg long. You're going to go down to your mat slowly, just to the tips of the shoulders. Ready for single leg stretch. So pull that left knee in, take your right leg longer, and we switch. And we switch. And we go for 4. Keep those shoulders high for me. And 3. And 2. Last one. Bring the right leg in to join the left leg and bring your eyebrows to your knees again. So you're laying down, but in a rolling like a ball shape. Double leg stretch. Arms and legs go long, legs stay together. Circle your arms, and then hug your knees to your chest, eyebrows to your knees. 3 more. Inhale long. Exhale, circle and squeeze the knees in, all of the air squeezing from your lungs. 2. Shoulders are higher. Circle. Hug. Squeeze. Last one, please. Go long. Sweep it round. And when you're ready, we are going to rock ourselves up to a seated position. No, we're not. We're coming down. I lied. We're doing crisscross. Take your hands behind your head. I want you to let your left knee bend in. Take your right leg long. Twist your upper body to the left, working your obliques. And we switch sides. And we switch sides. Let's go for 4. And 3. Spin the ribs for 2. Last one. Come to center, hug your knees in, and rock yourself up to seated, and we're going to go for our spine stretch. So your feet are going to go mat distance apart. You're pushing through those heels, and you take your arms in front of you. Now imagine there's a wall behind you, and you want the back of the head and the back of the pelvis in alignment on that wall. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we peel the head off, peel the mid-back, peel the low back, and we press and press and press, and then you stack the spine vertebra by vertebra. Sit tall at the top, an inch taller please. And let's go down again. So again, you're trying to hollow the belly, you're looking back at yourself. Press for 3, press for 2, press for 1. Are you still flexing your feet? Stacking the spine. One more time please. Rolling down off of that imaginary wall and then stretching. This is going to help our next move, and stretch and stretch and roll on up. Relax the arms down. It's another rolling move, so just check you've got space behind you. I need to wiggle. I must wiggle a lot when I work out. I'm going to take hold of my ankles. Now I'm just going to come onto the tiptoes and roll onto the back of my pelvis again. So the bones you sit on are facing to the wall in front of you. Nod your chin to your chest slightly and let those legs hover. Stretch your left leg for 4 and bend it. My leg's shaking. Stretch your right leg for 3 and bend it. And 2. This is going to turn into a rolling move in a moment. Last one. Bend it in. When you are ready, we are going to go both legs. Reach. Now, just tuck your tailbone between your legs a bit more. Your arms stay straight. We roll back to the shoulders as you breathe in. And we roll up to a seated position. We've got 4. So again, the head is not coming down to the mat. 3. Can those arms stay straighter, please? And 2. You can bend the knees a little bit if you need to. As I say, when your legs are longer, these moves are more challenging. Last one. Come on up, bring your legs together. I'm going to let go of one leg. I'm going to let go of the other. I'm going to hold my teaser for a moment, and then I slowly come down for a full body stretch. And I've wiggled off on my mat again, so I'm going to wiggle on back. Sweep your arms round and press them into your mat, please. Remember, you're using the shoulders to the very tips of the fingers. We're going to lift one leg up. We're going for corkscrew, sorry. I lift the second leg up. I want you, please, to get those legs as close as possible to yourself so it feels like the back of the pelvis is lifting up off of the mat. Keep your legs together, draw a circle on the ceiling. So I circle left and down. Both legs come up on the right, I come to center, and I pulse my bottom up, and I come on down. And we're going to circle right, squeeze those legs, up on the left, all the way to center, pulse up, and lower down, and shaking. Let's go left, circle down, up on the right to center, pulse up. This is prepping us for our next move, take it down, and to the right, last one, and down, all the way up to center, pop. Up goes that corkscrew, and lower. Hug your knees into your chest. I hope I'm not the only one shaking here. Rock up to seated, and we're going to go for saw. So, more rotation of the spine. Again, my feet are mat distance apart. Legs are long, unless you're fighting them and you can bend them a little bit. Lift through your breastbone. Take your arms wide. Twist to face the left-hand side of the room, and fold over your left leg. Your little finger is going to that little toe. Now your back arm, little finger up to the ceiling. Look back over that shoulder and saw off your little toe for 3, release, 2, release, and 1. We come on up, tall to center, sitting in taller for me. Twist right, fold, press for 3. Lift that back arm as well. 2, and 1. Spiral up tall. And left. Just check your bottom isn't wiggling and your feet aren't wiggling forwards. 3, and 2, and 1. Come up tall. Last one, please. Soaring off that little toe. Reaching the back, little finger up to the ceiling. And we come up and lower your hands down. And I'm just going to roll you onto your tummy, where we're going to go for some extension moves now. So we have got swan dive, where we are going to have our hands underneath the shoulders so the elbows are just elevated. Let's try and get the seams of our trousers together so those legs stay close. Now I'm going to start looking up at the wall in front of me and my breastbone comes up. And I press into my hands and I come up for a little swan. And then I stretch out the front of my body as I come down. So just a couple to prep. I inhale, start looking up, and I might lift a bit higher. And then I exhale, lower down and stretch. My legs are creeping apart here. They should be closer. And we come up. I'm going to add the legs in a moment. And I exhale, come on down with my upper body. My legs hover up. Upper body up on the inhale. Lower body lifts and reaches on the exhale. One more time, lift. And stretch those legs. And lower them down. And I'm going to prop myself up on my forearms. Now I'm going to make one knuckle with one hand. I wrap the other hand around it. And here what I try and think about is I feel like I'm lifting myself up out of a swimming pool by pulling back on those elbows. I'm going to shuffle my legs a bit closer together. Can you hover both legs? They're not really high. And we're going to kick one foot to our bum, and then we switch. And we switch. So I'm thinking about lifting through my breastbone, the legs pass in space, and hopefully you're feeling this is giving you a good stretch through the entire front of the body. Can you lift your breastbone up a bit more? We go 4, and 3, and 2. This is our single leg kick, and 1. Both legs down. Rest on the right cheek of your face, please. Now, I'm going to take one hand in the other on my lower back. Find the point, so the hands stay together, that you can just drop your elbows down to the mat so your arm bones are spinning downwards. I want you, please, to start spinning the arm bones backwards, then the arms stretch back and it lifts the upper body and you look up at the wall in front. Turn your head, you come down to the left cheek, hands on that lower back again, your elbows drop. Do one more like this, please. So we inhale, lift. Looking in front, can you spin your arm bones back a bit more? And we exhale, lower. So we know this, we've been practicing this move. We're going to be adding our leg kick. So your legs stay together. This time, the legs hover. You kick for 3, and 2, and 1, and then everything hovers up. You're like a dart. Your legs are up, your upper body's up, fingers and toes to the wall behind. Turn your head, lower the upper body down, kick for 3, drop those elbows, kick for 2, kick for 1, go long, hovering off of your mat. Turn your head, your legs haven't touched down. Kick 3, kick 2, kick 1. We go up one more time. And lower to the left cheek. Kick 3, kick 2, kick 1, and release down. Take your hands under your shoulders, please, and press yourself into Pilates rest. So let the bottom sink to your heels, your legs are together. Bring your eyebrows into your knees. In an ideal world, the crown of the head will be coming down to the mat, so you're rounding your back as much as possible. Take a moment here. Give your bum a little bit of a wiggle if that gives you the release. That beautiful stretch after all of that extension. And I'm breathing in deeply into the back of the rib cage. And as I exhale, I sink deeper. And again, breathe in fully. And exhale, have that sense of letting go. And when you're ready, just rebuild your spine. And I'm going to turn you so you are going to be laying down on your mat, please. Feet hip, mat distance apart again. Lay down, ready for neck pull. My hands are behind my head. The feet are flexed, connecting your back line. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you peel up off of the mat. You fold over, scoop in the belly, and you go down for 3. I'm not pulling my neck, I'm just pulsing down. And 2, and 1. Stack the spine so you're sat tall. Elbows in is a bit easier on the down movement than the up movement. It's up to you where those elbows are. Keep your straight back and just hinge back. And then you roll on down vertebra by vertebra. This used to be the toughest move for me. I'm going to inhale at the bottom. And I exhale, peel up, so it's a bit like a roll up. Scoop in the belly, you're folding over. Pulsing for 3, and 2. Still flex your feet. 1, stacking the spine, a bit like we did in our spine stretch. Keep your back flat as you lean back. Oh, you can see I struggle there. And then melt the spine down. One more time, please. Come up for your neck pull. Pressing the head back into the hands to connect your back line. Scooping the belly. Let's go for 3, and 2, and 1. Stack the spine up. You'll be pleased to know that was your last one. Bring your legs together. Take your hands either side of your bottom. We're going to go for our inverted series where our bum's in the air and we're doing our scissors and our bicycle. So I'm going to go back with a little bit of momentum. I'm going to take my hair down. I go back, shoot my legs up, and I'm just going to take my hands behind my pelvis. Try not to let your hands do all of the work here. Can your legs go up to that vertical line rather than dropping over your chest? Take your left leg forwards to the wall in front of you, and then let your right leg come towards you. You're trying to open the front of the hip on the left leg. We pulse, pulse, switch in space. We pulse, pulse, switch. We pulse, pulse, switch. Can I have 4, and 3, and 2. Look directly above you, please. Last one, hold it there, so your left leg has gone in front. Now we're going to try and release the hip a bit more. Bend the knee, you're looking for the mat with your left toes. And then we bicycle. So just like you're riding a bicycle, laying on your back, like you do. Let's go for 3, and 2. Last one. And then we reverse bicycle. So you bend the knee, try and find the mat, then you lengthen the leg to the front of the mat. And you probably won't touch it. I never have. But it doesn't stop me looking for it. Can I have 3, and 2. Last one. Fold those knees into your forehead, heels to your bum. Press your arms into the mat firmly. And let's roll down vertebra by vertebra until your pelvis comes down. And we take our feet down. So we have got our shoulder bridges next. I always forget what's coming next. So, with our shoulder bridges, please, let's make sure your feet and your knees are no wider than your cheekbones. So you're fairly narrow. Your knees face to the ceiling the whole time. Press your arms down, please. Your shoulders all the way to the tips of the fingers. Let your back just settle into its comfortable position, its natural shape. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, flatten your back, then peel up your pelvis, your lumbar spine, the mid-back, until you're all the way up into your shoulders here. Now can you drop the ribs in, tuck your tailbone between your legs a bit more, and then melt your spine down. And at the bottom, just let your spine release again to its comfortable position. And come up again, so you're flexing as you come up, tucking the tailbone. At the top again, drop those ribs, lift your hips higher, and then to come down, you feel like you're melting your sternum down to the mat, and your spine will follow. Well done. Come on up again, please. We're going to hold it up this time. Now, I'm going to keep my pelvis level, and I take my left leg long on my mat, and I kick the leg up, and I lower it all the way down. And I kick up for 2, and I lower. I kick up for 1, I lower, I fold the leg in so my heel comes back to its starting position, and you do the same with the right leg. So take the leg long. You're trying to keep that pelvis level. It's opening the front of the hip. Kick up 3, lengthen down. 2, it's a bit like our scissors we were doing a moment ago. Last one, take it down. Find the floor, fold that knee, and melt your spine down. Just hug your knees into your chest for me and rock your back from side to side. And we come to the center, and you bring your eyebrows up to your knees again, and we rock ourselves up, ready for spine twist. So, more rotation, clues in the name. Your legs are long. We're going to flex our feet, keep them squeezed together. Cross your arms, please, and just sit an inch taller for me. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you pulse to the left for 3, 2, 1, and inhale, let us come back to center, sitting taller to the right for 3, 2, 1, and tall back to center. Let's go left. So your feet aren't wiggling again, otherwise your bum is wiggling. And to the right. So just from the waist upwards moving. And left for 3, 2, 1. Final time to the right, and press, back to center. Hands either side your bottom. We're going to go for jackknife. We have been practicing this. So, when you're ready, I'm going to let you go back with momentum. So we roll back to the shoulders and take your head down, and you can take your hands onto the pelvis for a moment if you wish. Now what I'm trying to do is get my legs in that straight line, squeezing them together. Now, I'm going to take my arms away and press them into the mat. Try not to let your chin go to your chest. Now, keeping your legs vertical, you roll your spine down to the mat. Oh, it's hard to get them vertical. Hug your knees in, we're going to rock up again. So I'm allowing us to go back with a bit of momentum here, just because it helps us get there. Hands either side your bottom. Roll back with control, shoot your legs up, take your hands to the pelvis for a moment. So, first of all, hopefully you feel your chin is not on your chest. You don't want any pressure on the neck there. So I'm going to take one arm away to the mat, take the other arm away. Keep those legs squeezed, lifted to the ceiling as you melt your spine down. I am wobbling all over the show. Hug your knees in and rock yourself up. And we are going to go for our side kick. I'm going to just prop myself up on my left elbow. I am not sinking my waist down to the mat here. I'm trying to stay lifted. I'm going to bring both feet forwards to the front of the mat, so I've got a hinge in my hips. You can have the other hand behind your head or hand on your mat. I'm flexing both feet, top legs about hip height. I kick forwards, I point my toes, I sweep it back. And we go for 5. And sweep it back again. There's that hip opener that we've been doing in bicycle. We did it in our shoulder bridge. Can I have 3? Lengthen back, and 2. Final one, please. Go back, and I'm going to roll you over onto the other side. We are getting through the moves tonight. How long have I got? 10 minutes. This is good. This is good. Your feet are forwards, and your hand is behind your head, but your hand isn't doing all of the work there. You are staying lifted. Flex both feet, please. Top leg, just hip height. Kick forward, 6. Point back. And 5, try and control the rib cage a little bit. It will move. It's not popping out all over the show though. 3 and 2. Get into the front of that hip. Last one, please. Take it back. and release it down. And I'm going to roll you onto your back, please. So we've got our teasers. We are going to either have our knees up, slightly easier version, or you're going to come up to your teaser, or the kids call it a V-sit that go to gymnastics now. I'm going to be in my full body stretch. My legs are squeezed together. I'm really thinking about my breath here. Take a deep breath in, and we exhale, come up, and the arms and the legs go up to the same diagonal. And then you come on down, and your arms reach to the floor behind you. So I'm going to give you the other option now. It's up to you where you are. It could be knees up, taking a deep breath in, and we exhale, teaser up from there. Oh dear goodness, I am all over the show. And then I bend my knees, and then I come on down. For my last one, I'm going to go long legs. Listen to your body. I exhale, give myself this long line through the arms, through the legs, and I lower slowly down. I'm going to swing my arms around, hug my knees into my chest, and rock myself up, ready for hip twist. Two options with this move. You can have your arms long, which is a bit harder, or you can prop yourself up on your forearms. So do what feels right for you. I'm going to stay lifted here, my fingers facing out. I'm going to lift both my legs up, so I'm in a teaser position really. We're going to circle our legs to the left and down, up on the right to centre. Thinking about the upper body staying quiet. We go right, down, up on the left, and we go left, and we go right. I'm wiggling all the way forwards on my mat. Can I just have two? Oh, I find this so hard. Last one, please. Take your feet down, and I'm going to roll myself onto my tummy, ready for swimming. So I'm going to tuck my hair out of my way. Make sure you're breathing when you're swimming. Your legs are long, your arms are long. I'm just going to press into my hands first of all to get that lift through my upper body, gazing up in front of me. My legs lift and reach. My arms lift, and we swim for 10, and 9, and 8. Can you get your arms up by your ears more than mine are? 5. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I lower down. I'm going to take my hands under my shoulders. I'm tucking my toes under. You can do this on your knees if you wish. We're going to press up into a plank in a moment. Wherever you do it, whether you're on your knees or legs hovering, make sure the shape of your spine does not start dipping in the lower back. So I pull my belly to my spine. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as I exhale, I press myself up to my plank. So again, imagine the ceilings drop low above you. Back of the head, back of the pelvis on that low ceiling. Now hover up your left foot, so that's touching that low ceiling as well. So our knees are now off of the mat. I press through my right heel. I go heel and back to the toes, heel, back to the toes, switch legs. So we're not on our knees for this one. Right leg hovers. Push through the left heel, heel and toe, heel and toe. Well done, switch legs. 4 more. So that stretch, you're getting through the foot that's on the floor. For 3, don't let that bottom poke up. Please, 2, and 1. Both feet down, bring your knees down, and I'm just going to spin you over, and that's our leg pull front. This is going to be our leg pull back. You can do this with your knees bent, or you can do it with your legs long. It's a lot more challenging with your legs long. Depends what you want from the move. My fingers facing my bottom. My legs are together. I lift up to my breastbone. Flexing my feet, I lift my hips up. And I lower down. Don't let your head fall back here. I lift my hips up. Now I'm going to point my right toes, and I lift the leg up, and I flex the foot and take it down. Left toes point, lift, flex, lower. 2 more. Right, point, lift, flex, lower. Keep that breastbone lifted. Last one on the left, point, kick up, flex, take it down, take your bottom down. Just give yourself a little bit of wrist rotation, because we are going to go into our side kick kneeling. So we're on the centre of our mat. Oh, we are doing well. 5 minutes. Knees together, arms wide. Take your right leg long, please. And we almost cartwheel over, and we lift this leg up. Now flex the foot, Kick forwards, point the toes, sweep back. There's that move again. We go for 5. Lengthen back. And 4. So your pelvis is fairly still here. It's all in the leg. 3. Top arm reaching to the ceiling just to create a bit of stability. Last one, please. Sweep it back. Fold the leg in. Watch me wobble. Take the other leg out. Take the hand down. Reach your arm up. Pick that leg up. Flex. 6. Point back. Heel forwards. Sweep back. Can you keep that leg about hip height? And 3. Top arm reaching. And 2. And 1. Sweep it back. Fold the leg in. And I'm going to bring you to your first wrist, ready for side bend. It's just nice to alternate the wrists. Again, you can go bent legs if that's better for you tonight. If you want to work more on mobility, or you can have your bottom leg long, press your top foot into it. So again, long legs a bit more challenging. Spin this arm bone backwards. Create that strength. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, we side bend. Press your hip up. And then we lower down. Try not to make a thud like I often do. 2. Drop the head, hip higher. And lower, so again, we're trying to create that rainbow shape with the spine. Last side bend. And then lift your arm to the ceiling, so we're more in a side plank. Turn to a plank. And then you're going to turn it the other way. So your left palm is to the ceiling. Come on down. Let's just make sure we've got our setup. Top foot presses into the mat in front of the bottom foot. 3 side bends. We go up and over. Push your hip up. Lower the hip down to kiss the mat. And 2. Oh, it's more challenging on this side for me, and this is my right hand. That's quite surprising. Lower down. Last side bend, please. This time I'm going to lower down onto my bottom, so my left leg is crossed on top of my right, and we're going to go for boomerang. Just go with me. Hands either side of your bottom. You're going to go to a roll over, your legs are crossed. Uncross them. Recross them. Melt your spine down, and then the head starts picking up, and we come to our teaser with crossed legs. Hold it for a moment. Take your arms behind. Take one hand into the other, stretch the chest. Lower your legs, forehead towards the knees, and then your arms sweep round. And then you stack your spine, so your right leg is on top of your left. Hands either side of your bottom. Go over. This is your last one, you'll be pleased to know. Uncross, recross. Last boomerang, not the last move. Mount the spine down. Upper body lifts, hold your teaser. Sweep the arms round. Let me just check where we're going. Lower the legs. Forehead to the knees. Arms sweep over. Sink to your stretch. And stack the spine. We're going to go for seal. I'm going to fold my knees out to the sides of the room. Little toes, big toes together. Take your hands inside this diamond shape and then grab the outside of your ankles. Make sure the space is clear behind you. So, I'm hovering now in my rolling position. Little toes together, big toes are together. We're going to press our elbows into our thighs to open 3, close, open 2, open 1. Get the feet flat together, just roll to your shoulders and balance. 3 more, open. Feel that stretch in the inner thighs. 2 and 1. Roll to your shoulders. Can you maintain that nose to pubic bone connection we're looking for? I know it won't happen. 3 claps here, but that's the shape we're looking for. Roll back to balance, and we pause. You cross your legs. We're going to go for crab. I'm holding the outside of my feet. Now, in a minute, on our shoulders, what we're going to do, we're going to let go of our feet, uncross, recross our legs, grab the other foot. So our hands don't really move, they just let go of the feet. And let's try and find the C curve in our spine. Nose to pubic bone up to the nose. Roll back to your shoulders, uncross, recross, come up to balance. 3 more. Inhale, roll back, uncross, recross, come to your balance. 2. I'm rolling to the right hand side of the room. I must be a bit wonky today. Last one. And we take it down. I'm going to roll you onto your tummy, please. We have got our rocking move. Okay, I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to grab hold of my ankles rather than my feet, please. I want you to start pressing the ankles back into the hands and lift up to your rocking position. Now you can rock backwards and forwards here. Make sure you're not head banging. Or you can lower and then lift. It's up to you. But wherever you are, just go for a couple more seconds. And we release down. We have got 2 moves left. That's all I want from you. Release, press into rest position. You are doing so well. Let your back round out for a moment. And then we stack the spine. And I'm going to spin you around. And I'm going to allow you to come into the next position by rolling back a bit, saving a little bit of energy. Hands are either side of my bum. So to roll over, the head's going to come down to the mat this time. Go over with control. Roll over. Take your legs up to the ceiling. And then you hinge at the hips. Now, the clue's in the name, control balance. Take your left arm to the floor behind you. And then the right arm. Now I'm going to grab my left ankle. With both hands, I lift my right leg up to the ceiling. And I lower the right leg down. Left leg lifts up as I hold my right ankle. Oh, I'm wobbling. And I lower that left leg down. I nearly fell over. Right leg up. And release. All I want is one more. Lift through that left leg. Open the front of the hip. And release. Let go of those ankles. Leave your arms on the floor behind you. You can bend your knees or you could come down with long legs. It's up to you. I melt my spine down. And then I draw my knees into my chest. And I'm going to rock myself up to standing. 1 move left. We have got our Pilates press-ups, so they're tricep press-ups. Your feet are hip distance apart. Lift your arms up. Imagine you are diving over something as you come down to almost touch your toes. Hands to the floor. Walk out about 3.5 steps. Hold it there. Now I've got to come to my knuckles because I've got a wrist injury, but you can come to your knees if that helps. We're going to go down slowly, elbows to your t-shirt. And lift. Oh, that was hard getting up. And I inhale, go down for 2. Oh, and lift. Final one, please. That's all I want. Take it down and lift. And give me an up stretch, please. Pushing your heels down, pressing your bottom back. Hold it for a couple of breaths. And walk your hands into your feet, please. Let your head go heavy and rebuild your spine. At the top, I want you please to take your arms out and lift and out and down. One more time please, out and lift these up to the ceiling and down. And you are done. Thank you so much.